But now we're moving to our conversation for our first conversation. Like I said earlier, we're going to be looking at the power of theatre in promoting Igbo culture. And there's a stage play that is about to happen pretty soon, and it's called Echoes of Jufere. We're going to be finding out what that is all about. Joining us to have this very amazing conversation is Ibiam Ude, aka Ijele. He's a theatre manager, Ijele Renaissance Theatre. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the
You look really good.
Thank you.
Like I said, when I saw Ijele, I really thought I was expecting a big red cap, titled chief. But I mean, so what happened? How did you come about Ijele?
First of all, I'm not yet a red cap chief. I'm just a promoter. I'm just Ibiam. So how did I come about Ibiam? I'm a chant poet. So yeah.
So that's the thing now. So I mean, I've heard from the word chant poet. Yeah. I can imagine there's all these people that used to do all these Igbo chants and stuff.
Yeah. But I think
I didn't know it was a thing.
It's been there for a long time. It's just that now it has a name.
Yeah.
Because I know
now
it has a name. Because I know that chant thing there is this song, Ikorodo from my side. One of the song, the beats is not the main thing. It's that thing, and we call it Egara, and it's that chanting, chanting. It's a poem actually. Yeah. So I just feel like it's been there for a long time, but now it has an English name.
An English name. Chant poet. Sounds so cute. Do I say I'm thinking of
that.
It sounds so cute. Yeah. Because for not everybody can be a poet. Yeah. Not everybody has the charisma, has the words and all of that. So since it's chanting, I can sing.
You can sing.
So
you maneuver. You find
just
your way
one or two practice it very, very well.
It might hook you.
It might hook you actually, because you see, I'm using that Egara as a thing. You will hear it. It sounds so good, and you think it's something you can do. Try it. You cannot. You cannot pull it off. Even in the midst of that group, it's just one person that can do it. And if that person is not there, every other person, when you hear another person, you know that this person is not. It doesn't have the vibe at all. So I think.
So is it like a bestowment from the gods? Take me to Nollywood, please.
What I would say is that it first of all comes with the passion for the language, okay? And apart from that, your exposure to whatever you feel like. For me, being a chant poet is more than just coming on stage. It takes a lot for me to chant. It takes a lot for me to even agree to come and chant. Yeah, so
wow.
I won't call it ritual, but
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like this thing must be a bestowment from the gods.
Trying to understand situations, trying to understand stuff and everything. So it takes a lot. So it's not really bestowment. There are some persons that chant and their chant is just there. For me, I can hear a flute, the oja, and I'll keep chanting as far as the oja keeps blowing.
Yeah.
This is spiritual. There's nothing people can tell me on this set. There's a lot of spiritual things going on.
He said something about rituals. So there are some
just like my friend.
Oh, there are rituals too?
No, like rituals.
Not like deep rituals, but practices.
Like there's a friend of mine, Igbo he's an artist, and if you see his works, for him to draw, sometimes he has to cover his face with the calabash. And with the calabash, that kind of stuff.
So these things are deep.
It takes a lot.
So what's your own? Like, I'm just curious. What do you do?
Cover your face with red cloth.
Wait, let him. Talk to us.
But it's funny.
What do you do?
For me to chant very well, even to go on stage, whether for theater or for stuff like that, I play Brimo for at least 3 hours.
Brimo.
Yeah.
Chant poet.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm understanding these things.
Don't confuse me for that.
I don't play Brimo, I go for Ozobena Sube. Or I go for Osadebe.
Okay.
Apart from these 3.
Okay, it's making sense now.
And for some persons, that's why I say it's specific. For some persons, they will eat and they'll go and chant. And they'll do well. But for me, if I'm coming to chant or coming for performance stuff, even if you want to call me late in the night, from morning, nothing will enter the mouth until I'm done.
Wow.
But when I'm done, I can request for I can request for anything and stuff like that. So it's just there. But you have to connect first.
I will have to look for another passion. It's something like a lot. I will not eat food.
No,
I'll cover my face with calabash.
It depends.
They're all
It's tailored
sounding
down to the particular person. You understand? It's tailored down. This is his style,
Okay,
so you
for
can
me
find
now,
your
let
own.
me say, for me now, for theater, I don't normally eat in the night as I'm going for rehearsal. But there's other theater managers that eat.
Your own
So, but when
inspiration.
I just want to be there with my whole sense, everything, just there, do my stuff, and not that if I eat, anything will happen. Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen.
But it's just for me.
So, Divine, your own inspiration might come from if you cook.
Yes,
as
if you
you're
cook.
cooking, you
Or
begin
if you
to
do
feel
gym,
it.
you
So
swim.
once you put off your stove, you move on to that place and you start to pull it out.
I just don't want anything weird. I mean, like you said, it's personal to individuals. I don't know what my own will now be now. Maybe they'll say I should cover my head with calabash.
So looking what?
And it's a spirit something. So
Nobody's actually
whisper
telling
that
you
deep.
anything. It just comes.
Whatever made that guy to cover his face with calabash is somebody that is still something that is telling
Okay,
you.
for example, I don't leave my room.
You don't.
You want
Like
to hear
my,
more?
my best friend is my room. If I live here, I go for my rehearsals, I come back, I stay in my room. I write, I do my stuff, play my music. I'm okay.
It's still strong. This thing is strong. Ogochukwu, this is strong. There's a lot.
Strong because this
It's
is
an artist's
how
life.
I actually live to an extent.
It's an artist's
So
life.
I like old people's songs. That's why you immediately said Brimo, you said
Yeah.
Osadebe, I click because that's the kind of songs I listen to as well. You know, so I don't think it's that deep. It's just what he.
It's just you.
It's just him, and I don't
You
like
decided
doing
it
that
by
as
yourself.
well.
And no, it's not you decided. You might just find out that this thing, when you play it or when you do it, you connect. It's
Just
not,
works
it's not
for you.
deciding.
You know why I'm saying what I'm saying? You know why I feel like there's more? And I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. It's just that more. I don't think I can.
You cannot
I can.
do that.
So, he said something about he said that not everybody can just come out and start chanting.
Yeah.
And to think it is supposed to be a skill, it's supposed to be poetry,
No, it's not skill.
It's not just skill, bro.
It's not just.
It's not. It's
It's
culture.
just like
It's,
writing as well. Let's
Eh.
be honest. Just like writing to an extent. You cannot just start writing if it's not something.
I can
you're
just start
interested.
writing.
But your writing cannot be like somebody who has like this storytelling in them.
Like we said, you mentioned interest. If I'm interested in that thing, if I'm passionate about, I can start writing.
Yes, because there is something that you're not.
But
passionate
now I
about.
don't have to go and start starving and stuff. There's more now.
Hey, well,
Anyways,
depends on the perspective.
let's talk about
See,
echoes of Jufere.
Yeah.
Am I even getting that right? Is it Jufere?
Yeah. Jufere.
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 Hey, now it's
Hey, please tell me what.
It's not
Igbo.
Igbo.
Something like Igbo. You know, when I brought the name, and not even before I brought the names, my team was like, okay, TM, how far now? This one you are bringing echoes of Jufere. What's Jufere? Is it an Igbo word? Is it? I said, I don't know, but I know that before I started writing how they play, that was the name that came.
Echoes of Jufere.
Yeah, and at times for my plays, the name just come. I don't think about it. And sometimes the name can come this month, and I'll start writing the play next 3 months. I'll think about it. I'll just be thinking on the name. So if you ask me what Juferé means now, I may not tell you. I may not even know. But if you ask me what Juferé means on Sunday,
It would be a different.
it may click.
Wow.
So you're saying it's not an Igbo word?
Yeah.
It's not an
Jufere.
Igbo word.
Juferé is.
I mean, we can make sense out of it if we try to construct one or two.
Yeah. Oh,
Jufere, okay, a lot.
Yeah.
We can construct something around it, but he now is saying that his inspiration was
I'm
not
now confused
based on any
because
word.
you're writing on this particular topic, but you don't know the meaning yet. So how are you able to build a story around it?
No, if you say I don't know the meaning yet, it will not be accurately correct. Just say I don't know what. At times as a creative, you can decide to set out to tell a story, and you know what you want to say, and you tell your story. But at times, after telling the story, you sit back and watch the story you told. It's evolving.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I think I really.
So Echoes of Juferé already has a message it's passing.
Okay.
But as an artist, I just feel that there is something more to Echoes of Juferé. There's something more. Even the story, even the character, there's something more. At times I sit back and I want to dismantle a particular character. I'll be like, why is this guy behaving this way? Even as a theater manager, I question it. Why is this king behaving this way? And you are directing the guy. It is how it should be. But you as an artist, you are just questioning, why can't this guy be normal? Why can't this guy be normal? And the more you're asking for other characters on the
Meanwhile, you wrote it.
You understand where my confusion
so this is now where the force of what you wrote overtakes you.
I told you that.
I'm beginning to understand where you're
when I
coming
say
from, my
something,
sister.
believe me.
I thought
this thing is not
I
ordinary.
was coming from a shallow place.
No, the thing is, for example, now my king Etembada. If I want him now to be, even how the name came, Etembada. If I want him to be a very calm king, something will just be in me. So no, this guy can't be calm. This guy can't be calm. This guy should be this. This guy should be that. And when you are doing it, you are, as an artist, you are fighting within yourself. That's just the truth. Even if I go on film sets, because I also go on film sets, I'm fighting within myself. I'll be like, why is this guy like this? Why is this character like this? But at times, when you are done with the play or you're done with the film and you sit back and watch it again, you'll be like, okay, it tells a story, just like the Bible. When you read the Bible, each portion of the Bible you read every day talks to you. So at times, if I come to set every day and I look at that character, you come on stage, you're doing rehearsal, you do your stuff, I'll be like, okay. So as an artist, I'm trying to understand echoes of Jufere.
Wow. I hope you understand before Sunday. You said Sunday, right?
Acting.
Yeah.
But the script is already there.
We are done.
So don't you get to answer the questions of why is this guy behaving like this, maybe towards the end of writing the script?
Yes, you will. But what I'm trying to say is that
There's so much more
as an artist,
as it evolves.
as an artist or as somebody that created the work, that's why at times, even artists, when they draw, they will tell you, what do you think? It's not that they don't know what they did, but they'll just ask you, what do you think? They want to get another feedback. They want to sometimes assure themselves that they are not mad. That's just the truth.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes if I write and do
This
stuff
creativity
and
get
people do their
levels.
stuff, I'll be like, Ibiam, like when we did, I do solo plays too. I did Aleka 7 Up. Anybody that heard it, Aleka, hey, Aleka 7 Up, hey, Aleka 7 Up. But when I started out to write Aleka 7 Up and stage it, I was actually talking about Nigeria. So for you now, it should be a comedy. But for me, it's not a comedy. There was something restricting me that this thing should be this way, in as much as I presented it in a very funny way. Do you get? So at times, when I now sit back, I'll be like, okay. So Aleka played this character because I transitioned into 7 characters on stage.
Wow.
I even did Fela. When I was even doing Fela, even on stage, I was asking myself, are you are you actually playing this character and stuff like that? So, but what I'm just trying to say, it comes to you as an artist and you ask yourself, okay, this work is done, this work is out. Let's get on stage and see what this work holds. Sometimes I sit back, like when I did Owamonachi. Owamonachi actually talks about Obanje. And I know you will still get scared. He talks about Obanje. And for me to write that story, I didn't want to write it from the perspective of creativity. I didn't want to write it from the perspective of what I've heard. Because in Abba then, we used to hear Obanje. You see sacrifice everywhere and stuff like that. Even people die, they tell you that Obanje child has gone back or she has gone back.
Okay.
I wanted to write it from the perspective of those that actually live this life. So I now had to look out for them.
Whoa.
That's the truth. I had to look out for them. And they are here. They live among us. So I sit with them, I got my story, and most of the things they told me, they said, please, this one is in confidence. We are telling you because you came to us. Do you understand? Like, it came to us. Okay, to the extent that someone that didn't know that I was even working on the story, because I'm a very secretive kind of person, she didn't even know I was working on the story. I was just on my own. And she called me and said, I know what you're working on. I am one of them. Please meet me here, meet me. She said, how did you get my number? So, but if on stage you come, because people were like, wow, so this thing is happening among us, the story, they loved the story. But as the creator, I was backstage observing every role, observing every scene. I mean, even till today, it still inspires me. That's what I'm telling you. So Echoes of Juferé is a story that will be on stage on its own. Very beautiful, very iconic, very legendary and stuff like that. But as an artist, I will still sit back and look at all the characters, look at everybody. I'll be like, okay, what's the extra message in all this? But it's a story that I play you enjoy.
Okay.
You so enjoy.
I really love this whole thing. In as much as no, give me benefits. So yeah, in as much as I I find some of these things really overwhelming, but I must say that I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate what the theater and the plays are all about, because it is important for us to really establish what our culture really is.
Yeah.
If I give you stories I've heard about even the Obaje and so many other things, you know that hardly is anyone positive.
Yeah.
And it's until I started going to Center for Memories and, you know, attending some of this, I'm now learning that some things are an integral part of our culture. And they've just been negatively painted. You know, we see Nollywood movies, we see a lot of movies that paints them differently. I'm not talking about anything in particular. I'm just saying generally now, there's a lot about our culture that we've had a very wrong notion about. So if we keep having plays like this, theater works like yours, it will help to really, really put out the right knowledge and the right information out there. But the question now is, okay, you still...
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
Okay.
One of the things that pushed me to maybe go into the creative world, because I did linguistics, I did languages, and I did a bit of Chinese and stuff like that. So I found out that these guys have a way of documenting who they are.
Exactly.
You can't break their wall. Now, and being someone that is close to elders and everything, I watch them. I don't have young people as friends. Sorry to say
it was obvious from the moment you walked into the set. It was obvious.
Person as friends and everything. So I learned from them. Now, talking about narrative, there are so many things that Nollywood in quotes has done to us. For example, you can't be acting a slave scene and they are wearing cowries. It's money. That means they are not slaves. That's the truth.
Okay, you see, I never would have known.
No, that's the truth. Yeah. There are so many things even Dibia. From the time I was small till and I started understanding some certain things around me, Dibia is not really bad.
Yeah.
Dibia is a word.
Wow.
Anyway, Dibia, they are different. It's just like you have medical doctor for eye, medical doctor for this, medical doctor for that. But the narrative we have sold out there is whenever somebody calls you Dibia, is wrong. No. The only people that, you can say that their own this thing is bad is people that now use it for bad stuff, and they are there. I don't know if you understand. They are there, but the way we are really channeling the narrative is what's getting me so worked up. Like when I did the Pieces of Our Bones, we talked about the Nigerian Biafra War. Now, I didn't want to look at the war itself. My story was talking about after the war, or things that should have happened within the war. Could it not be possible that, for example, maybe one of the women, or our women were raped, and the children we have now, they don't know their fathers. Their fathers are from the Nigerian side. It's a narrative, and it's something to think about. And also imagine the shame these girls will face after the war, having children that they don't even know their fathers. Because the soldiers will do their thing and move on. They're a captive. It's a narrative. So, but when we focus the whole, for example, the whole mindset of the Biafran war to genocide, to other stuff, there are other things that we are lost. Apart from businesses, culture we are lost. Apart from
so
businesses.
many deep
for me, being a creative is not just being there to entertain you. I normally say it, I don't entertain you, I educate you. I tell you how you should be. And apart from telling you how you should be, I try to change your perception to something. Like, Echoes of Jufere will change your perception to so many things, even the way even tell something you have said yesterday. You really think about it.
Unfortunately, we have a very few minutes.
It's fine.
Would you have something? Okay, yes. So I wanted to ask, like we've pointed out how important it is for us to have a theater like yours and the works that you're doing. The question now is, how can we get more people, especially young people, to watch this thing? Because it's a theater play. Social media has taken over. You know, a lot of people don't even, you hear people say, I don't watch Nollywood, I don't watch any, we are a lot more interested in things that are very sophisticated, things that have we're obsessed with aesthetics too. Anything that looks classy and, that's what this generation is all about. Aesthetics, sophistication, AI, and all of that. How can we now, how can we develop this thing? How can we make it more appealing to the youths?
All right. So,
or are there measures you're already putting putting in place?
Yeah, apart from the live shows, we plan doing a tour, and we plan going to secondary schools too, because for me, creativity started for me in secondary school. So we are planning, just after Jufere, so we are planning to do something like a secondary school theater program where people can come in, and at least the people that have the passion for theater or for acting, we have a space for themselves. No, because if you go to secondary schools, you have math competition, English competition, this one, but there's no competition for a creative person to express himself or herself. Then apart from that, the other little things we are doing to make sure. You can also see our plays on YouTube.
Okay, it's online.
Everything is online at Ijele Renaissance Theatre and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right, beautiful. You know, you've said actually a lot, and you know, it's taken my mind to a lot of things. And you know, this kind of play, this is a niche on its own, right? And it's not something that people know a lot, and it's not something people are drawn to easily. So what are the challenges you've been facing in producing this stage plays? And a second question is, how do you measure the impact of your play? You know, you say you educate and you don't just entertain. So how do you measure your impact after every play or after every, you know, creativity process?
Okay, the first, I'll take the second question because the first one is large. So
we have just a few minutes, please.
Yeah, for measuring it, the feedback I get after my plays is enough for me, because sometimes it's a follow-up question, sometimes it's a follow-up discussion, sometimes people want to research more, because like for that Obanje stuff, some people reached out to me that they want to do a project on it and stuff like that. So seeing someone have an interest in that alone is something good for me. Then talking about the challenges, man, theater is a new niche, let me put it that way, a new niche to us in the East. And it has been very hard. It has been very tough. Apart from maybe senior friends that maybe come around once in a while to help out financially, it has been a whole lot staging plays in Enugu. One of the challenges we face have been hall. Enugu doesn't have a theater hall. So whatever hall I'm taking, like this Bomb Platinum, I have to construct. And constructing that flat on stage is a lot of money. Selling your tickets to convincing people. People want to go to music concerts than just come to theater. And
I'd rather go to cinemas.
Yeah, cinemas too. So ticket selling also sometimes is a challenge. Then other times are just being finance. Finance is because I have to save up a lot to get this done. And each play costs at least that's if I manage at least 800,000 each. Wow. So finance is actually a lot. And we are praying for people to come in and invest, because it's something that I know we can do well to preserve our culture and preserve who we are. So finance, theater space, collaborators, and ticket selling has been a very big issue.
All right. So to you viewers out there, if you are watching us right now and you're probably looking for a good cause to invest into, this is a very, very powerful cause to invest into. If you have money that you want to invest, please, it is very important that we preserve our culture. It is very important that we do not let who we are to die. Thank you so much for this segment. It's been very educative, I must say. I've learned just these few minutes. And I do think that we should have more conversations about this some other time.
No problem. Luckily, my show is tomorrow.
Exactly, I was coming to that. So Echoes of Jufere is a contemporary play about the people of Opanta. It is a show that is aimed at showing forth who we are.
And who we are becoming.
And what?
Who we are becoming.
And who we're becoming. I did such a good job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All road leads to
Bomb Platinum Hotels by 3 p.m.
3 p.m. tomorrow. I'll be there. Ogochukwu.
I'll definitely find my way there. Honestly, I'm interested. I want to, see. I want to experience it, so I'll be there.
All right, viewers, be there. Up next on the AM Weekend Show is another conversation about photography. We'll be diving into the world of photography. Let's find out what is going on. I like the way that we are just, touching these industries one by one. We've just talked about a very, very amazing industry that is not talked about enough. Right now, we'll talk about photography after this short break. Don't go anywhere.